Oh, yes. I turned my phone on, but I didn't get any phone calls. Yes. I keep saying that I'd like to speak to my sons, and it seems that the court is not convinced that it's against the law to issue court orders where there's no due process to the respondent. Yeah. And the petitioner doesn't acknowledge it. Yes. There's forgeries of those elected to office. Yeah. Then there's the wrongful execution of it in a public library by an individual that is not an actual employee of the sheriff's department. Yes. Then they're serving somebody else other than the actual respondent. Pooch. Now, I really don't like the idea of you rescheduling the court hearing. Yes. I'd like it if you just decided that you were not going to try me anymore for any crimes that I didn't commit. Pooch. And if the police and sheriff's department would make some phone calls today, I'd like to have my sons. Now, I've told you that for the last 2.5 years, almost 3 years now. Yes. But they have these rules, the rules of the general rules, yeah, rules of general application, coach, and the various types of judicial conduct. Yes. You know, I read about 40 pages of this last night, and there's 51 pages. Yes, the purpose of the bar associations. A lot of people said I can't sue every bar association in every state of the United States, but from what I'm reading here, I actually can. Could you give me the employees of the bar associations that say they have no legal obligation to inform law enforcement of a crime? See, I've been emailing what's known as the Young Lawyers Division of multiple bar associations. Yes. Those that have recently passed the bar, yes, within the last 7 years. And I told you about the 4% rule that most of the breasts of this nation, 4%, are triple D or larger. That's a very small percentage of the actual female population, adult females. Yes. But then there's the 1% rule, and those would be larger than a J cup. Yes. Now, these dogs, they have a weird type of big breast fetish. Isn't that right, reptile? Pup, pup. They like large areolas, big nipples, and huge tits. Ooch! Now, if you controlled 1% of the breasts because they're J cup or big. We're working on the 1% today. Now, I just wanted to make sure that these rules, yes, the general rules of the bar associations, I just wanted to know the last 40 years because they got like facsimiles, yes, and courtroom photography, destruction and sealing of court records, ooh, definition of the practice of law. I thought that was a really good one, yes. In fact, I got pictures all over these different stamps and everything. Yes. Excuse me. We're working on the 1%. Oh, how do you get a job in a bar association? Rules for courts of limited jurisdiction, the ARLJ. Yes. Effective, amended, so on and so forth. Yes. Now, let me see here because, signature, declaration, local rules and filing. And then there was another set of rules that I downloaded. Yes, those are the court rules of Washington State. Yes, I got to page 35. Oh my gosh. You know, I had a lot of time alone last night after the library closed, and when I found out I didn't have to go to court today, I thought there was Supreme Court justices in every state that are getting sued and going to fucking prison. Now, these rules for courts of limited jurisdiction, administration rules for courts of limited jurisdiction, table of rules. Yeah. Now I got to get my pictures out because I like to take pictures. It helps me remember exactly what the lawsuits are today. Now, I had told you, Washington State Supreme Court, that I was not given any due process. Yes. And you decided that you couldn't get involved, but it looks like you have an obligation. At least that's what the court rules say. Ouch! Oh my gosh, there's a woman without her clothes on. A larger breasted woman. I don't know if she's in the 1%, but she's probably in the 2 to 3%. Ouch! You know how that goes. Now, there's this GR12 regulation in the practice of law. Yes, the Washington State Supreme Court has inherent and plenary authority to regulate the practice of law. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You have plenary authority. It's your authority, isn't that right, Mary Fairhurst? Mhm. The legal profession serves clients, courts, and the public and has special responsibilities for the quality of justice administered in our legal system. The court ensures the integrity of the legal profession and protects the public. Did you know I'm one of the public? Ouch! By adopting rules for the regulation of the practice of law and actively supervising persons and entities acting under the Supreme Court's authority. Oh, look at you, the authority of the Supreme Court of Washington motherfucking state. Now, since you are for the regulation of the practice of law, actively supervising persons, yes. Now, let's say you're a court commissioner. Yes. You issue numerous protection orders without any due process to the public. Yes. Known as the respondent. Pooch. This GR 12 says that the Supreme Court of Washington State is legally liable for not actively supervising fucking persons right now.